Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain and find meaning in every hardship you face. Every mistake you make carries a hidden lesson, and those who pay attention to that lesson grow wiser, stronger, and more prepared for tomorrow's challenges. Happiness will never be found in material possessions. It comes from gratitude, meaningful relationships, and the courage to live authentically every single day. The more you chase perfection, the more you lose sight of progress. True growth happens in small steps, not in the illusion of flawless achievements. Success is not measured by what you have, but by the lives you touch, the hearts you heal, and the kindness you give freely. Life will test you with heartbreaks and betrayals, but every pain builds resilience, teaching you that your worth is never defined by another person's actions. Time is the most precious currency. Once spent, it cannot return. Choose to invest it in people and experiences that truly bring fulfillment and peace. The past is a teacher, not a prison. Carry its lessons with you, but never let yesterday's failures stop you from creating today's opportunities. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep walking forward, even when every step feels uncertain and the road seems endless. You cannot control how people treat you, but you can always control how you respond. Your reaction shapes your destiny far more than their actions. The greatest strength comes from embracing vulnerability, because only when you open your heart to pain, do you also open it to love and healing. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone's behavior. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of bitterness and choosing peace over poison. No amount of wealth will replace the richness of inner peace. A quiet heart carries more value than a full bank account ever will. Every ending is secretly a beginning. When one chapter of your life closes, another waits to be written with wisdom you didn't have before. The people who hurt you are often the best teachers of self-respect, because their betrayal teaches you to value boundaries and protect your heart. Gratitude is not just a polite word, it is a mindset that transforms ordinary days into blessings and small moments into extraordinary treasures. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. The difference lies in whether you resist reality or embrace it with open arms and willing hands. Patience is not waiting passively, it is choosing faith over frustration, while you continue to work towards the outcome you deeply believe in. You will never be enough for everyone, but you will always be enough for those who truly love you, without conditions or hidden expectations. A quiet mind is more powerful than a loud voice. True wisdom comes from reflection, not from the constant need to prove you are right. The only approval you truly need is your own. When you live according to your values, the world's judgment loses its power over you. Life is not fair, but it is still beautiful. The unfairness makes you stronger, and the beauty reminds you that hope is always within reach. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the same journey. Every setback is simply a stepping stone, leading you closer to victory. People change, seasons change, and circumstances change. Your ability to adapt without losing yourself determines whether you grow or wither in life's storms. The deepest scars often produce the strongest souls. Pain is not your enemy, it is the forge that shapes your resilience and your strength. Comparison steals joy because it blinds you from your own blessings. Your journey cannot be measured against someone else's path or timeline, words or seeds. Every sentence you speak can either plant healing or sow destruction. Choose them wisely because they shape the garden of relationships. Hope is fragile, yet it is the most powerful force in survival. Even in your darkest night, holding on to hope can guide you toward dawn. Self-love is not selfish, it is the foundation of all healthy relationships. If you cannot love yourself, you will never truly love anyone else. The greatest wealth is having a mind full of wisdom, a heart full of love, and a life full of gratitude for simple blessings. Dreams die not because they are impossible, but because people give up too soon. Persistence often makes the difference between failure and breakthrough. The people who walk away from your life are not losses. They are blessings in disguise, making space for those meant to walk with you. Life is not measured by the length of your years, but by the depth of your impact on the hearts of people you leave behind. Every struggle is a silent teacher. Even if you don't understand the lesson immediately, one day you will look back and see its wisdom. You cannot rewrite the beginning of your story, but you can change the ending by making different choices, starting from this very moment. Love is not proven through words, but through consistent actions. Anyone can promise forever, but only few can truly show it in every moment. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. If you cannot find joy in the small things today, you will never find it in big achievements. Pain does not destroy you, it reveals you. In suffering, you discover your deepest strength and your true capacity for endurance and growth. Your future is written not by chance, but by choice. Every decision you make today becomes the foundation of the life you will live tomorrow. Do not rush through life chasing milestones. Slow down and realize that the beauty of the journey is often found in the pauses between steps. Kindness costs nothing, yet it is the most valuable gift you can give. It often returns to you in ways you could never imagine. Wisdom is born when you stop arguing with life and start listening to what it is trying to teach you through both joy and pain. Even the most broken heart can still beat with love again. Healing is not about forgetting, but about choosing to live with hope and courage. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Emotions last far longer than any speech or promise. The fear of failure kills more dreams than failure ever will. Courage means taking risks despite uncertainty, trusting that mistakes can become stepping stones. A strong character is built not in comfort, but in adversity. The fire of trials refines your soul and prepares you for greater purpose. You do not need a perfect plan to begin, you only need the courage to take the first step and trust the process as you go. Anger is natural, but holding on to it is destructive. Release what you cannot control, and you will find peace greater than any revenge could bring. Your scars are proof that you survived. They are not signs of weakness, but badges of courage, showing that you overcame battles others never saw. True freedom begins when you stop living to please others and start living according to your own values, dreams, and inner calling. Every sunrise is a reminder that you are given another chance to begin again, no matter how many times you have failed before. Trust takes years to build and seconds to break. Protect it with honesty, because once lost, it is one of the hardest things to restore. A calm heart can solve more problems than a restless mind. Peaceful thinking brings clarity, while panic only clouds your judgment and decisions. Don't confuse being busy with being productive. True productivity is not about how much you do, but about how meaningful and impactful your actions are. Life is fragile, so stop postponing happiness. Celebrate small wins, cherish loved ones, and enjoy the present moment before it becomes a memory. Humility opens doors that arrogance closes. The more you acknowledge what you don't know, the more life will teach you what truly matters. Regret is heavier than failure. It is better to try and fail than to spend your life wondering what might have happened if you dared. Life will break you down if you let it, but resilience comes from standing up again every time, no matter how many times you fall. Dreams without effort remain fantasies. To turn vision into reality, you must sacrifice comfort, embrace discipline, and keep moving forward despite obstacles. 90% of women don't marry who they love. They marry those who have a big amount of money. In the end, it's not the years you lived, but the love you shared, the lives you touched, and the memories you leave that matter.